As Donald Trump predicts his re-election, he's also clearly making his intentions known.
Within moments of my inauguration, we will begin the largest domestic deportation operation in American history.
And his supporters are banking on it.
We need 4 more years of Donald Trump to secure our border.
There are plenty of critics, however, who believe a second Trump term presents numerous problems. To start, as he approaches 80, some question his mental fitness. The Biden campaign is capitalizing on a recent incident when Trump mistook Nancy Pelosi for Nikki Haley when it came to January 6th.
Nikki Haley is in charge of security. We offered her 10,000 people. They don't want to talk about that.
I wasn't in office then.
Overall, Democrats paint a picture of chaos, and so does his only remaining Republican challenger, as Nikki Haley told us in December.
Chaos follows him. We all know that. Chaos follows him.
And we can't be has been part of that.
But we can't be a country in disarray and have a world on fire and make it through 4 years of chaos. We can't.
Some of that chaos could be on the legal front. Former federal prosecutor Renato Mariotti believes there's a good chance Trump's multiple trials will not be decided by January's inauguration.
He's going to have to deal with those in one way or another if he becomes president again.
The 2 federal cases, which include the Mar-a-Lago classified documents and charges of plotting to overturn the 2020 election, could cause the most commotion.
If none of these come to trial, or they're in the middle of a trial, or whatever, and then he becomes president, and it's January X 2025, he's sworn in as president, and he's in the middle of a trial? I mean, wait, I'm confused. What happens?
I would expect the Attorney General, who, by the way, ultimately is who all those federal prosecutors report to in one way or another, would then instruct those federal prosecutors not to continue their prosecution, which would be, I think, very, very controversial, to put it mildly. But I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
Drama could also extend to the state cases. In Georgia, he's charged with election interference, and in New York, making hush payments to Stormy Daniels.
The states can't be ordered by the president to stop their prosecutions, but I think would be a very valid legal challenge that the states aren't able to continue their prosecutions of the sitting president. You can imagine some real legal fights there. So I think that'll be a very significant distraction in a second Trump term.
And then there's a potential question of separation of powers.
If a judge, for example, is going to try to sentence Trump to a period of incarceration while he's president of the United States, there are very serious questions about whether she can do so. And one thing I will point out is that the judiciary does not enforce their rulings. The executive branch does, which of course is headed by the president and his attorney general. So I think that would be very challenging and problematic.
All in all, from the former president's predictions of a second term to the legal questions, critics will continue to capitalize on potential chaos to prevent a second Trump administration. David Brody, CBN News, Washington.